Hey guys, this is FPL Tips and welcome back to another deadline with FPL Tips stream. Okay, we'll start in a minute, just a minute, guys. Hi Mansoor, hi Yajat. Is it smart to bench Kevin De Bruyne because I have Marshall, Foden, Bruno, Willian, Ings, Jimenez, Vardy? I think you can bench Vardy if you want or Jimenez. Kevin De Bruyne is too risky to bench. I would bench Jimenez and play Kevin De Bruyne. Hi Varun, hi YOLO Gamer. I'm good. Hope you're fine too. So, guys, we haven't confirmed our transfers yet, so we're going to do that at the stream as well. We have the league lineups planned. Hopefully, we'll get them, and we have a couple of more important points to discuss, which is primarily should we take De Bruyne or should we go for Sterling? Varun says my captain. I'll discuss my cap. I'll reveal actually my captain at the end of the stream. Uh, Richard says Dominic Calvert-Lewin to Ings or Jesus to Kane. Keep Jesus for sure. Do the Dominic Calvert-Lewin to Ings move. Will Pulisic start? I think Pulisic will start. He is one of the best players for Chelsea. Nevertheless, we'll have the league lineups mostly by then, by the deadline time. So then we can check and confirm before making any moves. De Bruyne to Sterling and Mahrez to Foden for you. That's pretty much what I've thought. I'm not sure if I'm going to make the move from De Bruyne to Sterling. Mahrez to Foden is a definite move for me. Random Junkie says Pulisic captain if he starts. It's your call, mate, because they're facing Norwich. I mean, if Pulisic has to score a brace or hat trick, it has to be Norwich, one of the worst defenses in the league as well. And I think Norwich have conceded more from set pieces. That's something that concerns me because Pulisic is a player who converts more chances from open play. So we'll have to give a look at it, but nevertheless, it's a good shout. What is your gut saying this game week? My gut is saying nothing. Actually, I'm really very confused regarding De Bruyne and Sterling. Uh, a stat says that De Bruyne could start. Some stats say that he'll be benched. With Sterling, we know he has the form, he has the hat trick, and he has the desire to win the Golden Boot as well. So there's a lot of things to deliberate and decide, but I'm not sure as of now. So we'll have to take it down to the line. For one thing, I'm sure of Mahrez out and Foden in. That's definitely going to be my move. Kiran says free hit considering Chelsea and Man City fixtures. Free hit, make the free hit draft only when you want to make three, 4 or 5 changes. If you can manage with a couple of changes, I don't think free hit is necessary. You can save it for game week 38. But nevertheless, it's a good game week. We've discussed this a lot of times, and I particularly myself was also considering free hit for game week 36, but I've held on to it for game week 38. Varun, will Kevin De Bruyne start? Well, nobody knows, honestly. Varun says only if we had the Pep League lineups, life would be so easy. Well, we're gonna have it for game week 38. That's why I'm saving free hit. Random Junkie says Antonio had 5 big chances against Norwich. Antonio had almost 5 big chances against each side he's faced till now. So he's definitely a very good pick at the moment. Abin says Foden captain myself. That's a very good differential captain, Abin. Varun says Sterling minutes issues, but higher ceiling. Foden safer captain. Actually, Foden is not that safe for captain. It's a very differential captain. His ownership is way too low, and it's not like he'll play the entire 90 minutes. So the people are thinking that Foden is a very good captain. He'll play 90 minutes and he'll get us points. That's not going to be the case. He will play. He'll start, but his playing time will also be managed. The only thing concerning my mind is that if City plan to play 4-3-3, then Kevin De Bruyne and Sterling both will start. So the Kevin De Bruyne to Sterling move does not make any sense. If they play false nine, then their attack goes weak. And that's concerning me a bit. That's the reason I've not made the De Bruyne to Sterling move right now. I have Aurier and Lascelles. I don't have free transfer. Should I sell one of them for a -4? Don't sell any one of them for a -4. I think Lascelles my play. So just play any one of them and bets the other one. I'm gonna not. I'm even. I have Aurier. He might not start due to the circumstances, and we understand those. So I'm just going to put him on my team. If he does not play well and good, kickoff will come in for me. If he starts, that's also fine actually. But don't take a hit or Don't waste a free transfer on defender, at least at this stage of the game. Sydney says, why Mahrez to Foden for one game week? Because Mahrez won't be starting this game week. It's a very high ceiling game. I think Foden could deliver a lot this game week. Also, Mahrez is not in my plans for the upcoming game week. Another thing that is important that my team is going to be standardized only for two game weeks. This is game week 36 and 37. 30 days free hit, so I don't really care about long term anymore. Or you have to play. I don't think so, mate. It depends on him. Honestly, we're in no situation to decide if he's going to play or no. Top five midfield players on free hit. I think Fernandez is one, Marshall is second, Pulisic, Antonio or Pulisic, your call. Sterling has to be one, Foden has to be one. Kevin De Bruyne to Sterling, Silva, Foden for a -4 hit. You can go for Silva or Foden for a -4 for 1 week, and Sterling if you want to go long term. Hi Harsh, Antonio or Pulisic. If you're looking for a 1 week punt, you might want to go to Pulisic because Norwich are horrible. I'm not expecting a goal rush from Antonio this week. So Pulisic looks like a 1 week punt. Should I keep Salah or get Pulisic? Keep Salah, maybe even captain him. I am fancying him to score against Arsenal. There's no point making a rash 1 week move. Will Jesus start? I think either of Jesus or Kevin De Bruyne should start because I think he's going to rest. Mostly, I think he's going to rest Jesus only because of the fact that they have the FA Cup coming, and I think they want players who they want Jesus to press a lot against big side teams, and I think he'll be rested this week. Varun says he's waiting for the late riser to reveal his captain. I think it's going to be Raheem again. That's what I know. I'm not really sure. Debating between Foden, Jesus Sterling, and Bruno for captaincy. I think I can short it down to Bruno Sterling and Foden for you. Jesus, I don't think is a good captain shout this week particularly. David says in my free team midfield I have William Pulisic, Sterling, Martial, and Bruno. If you want to remove one, I think Willian is the one should go for Antonio. Gavin says Kevin De Bruyne captain, Jesus, Martial, Salah, Willian, or Vardy. I think the best out of the lot is either Salah or Kevin De Bruyne. Tara Kumar says whom to bench, Kevin De Bruyne, Jimenez, Vardy. I would bench Jimenez because Burnley are defensively very strong, especially at home. So if there is a chance of Vardy scoring, it has there might be a slight chance. Jimenez, I don't see a very good chance. Kevin De Bruyne obviously has the high ceiling, so even if he gets around 30-40 minutes against Bournemouth, he might score cracking points. I mean, 10-15 points easily. Lukeman says Willian or Pulisic. Personally, I would go with Pulisic. The stats favor Willian, so it's totally your call. Wait till the deadline. If Willian is benched by chance, which is very possible, because the horrible performance we gave against Sheffield United, I think there's going to be a lot of rotation. So wait till the deadline and then make the move. But stats favor Willian. I personally favor Pulisic. Costa says Captain Ings, Bruno, or Kevin De Bruyne. Bruno. Rashford, I think, is a differential pick. Bruno is a safer one. Sydney, I've stopped taking hits and my rank is increasing every game week. Yeah, that's true. If you stop taking hits, your rank is automatically not dropping by 40 or 50k. So that's something I'm considering this week as well. If you make one transfer and now and then play free hit, will that transfer be saved? No, it will not be saved. Yusuf says, if Pulisic does not start, who's the best, Foden for or Hudson Odoi? I think Foden is the better one. Faris says, Henderson or Pope, who should I captain, Bruno or Salah? I think Salah has a high ceiling this game week. Bruno will be rotated around the 60-minute mark. He might get a goal or assist. That's up to him. But at least Salah will get the full 90 minutes against a tired Arsenal defense. I would favor Salah over there. Henderson or Pope, I would favor Pope. Hey Shreyas, Lukeman says start Marshall or Foden. Foden, I think if you own Foden, this is the game week where you should start him. Marshall is also a good shot. Maybe you can bench someone like Vardy or Jimenez for Marshall. Whom are you benching? That's another headache that we have in the team right now. I think Vardy is the one whom I'm going to bench. Can't bench Antonio. There's a lot of form behind him. Foden is the one. I brought him in for this week. I have to play him. Pulisic, yet again, very easy fixture. Fernandez, good form. Rashford, good form. Ings, also good fixture, so I have to play him. Salah or Mahrez captain? Salah anytime, brother. Sterling or Salah? That's a tough one. If it's Sterling and Salah, then Sterling maybe. Mahrez and Sterling, definitely Sterling. Gavin says, when's the best time to use free hit? You can use it this game week, or you can just go for game week 38 just like us. Get in Jesus and Pulisic for Salah and Connolly. I would actually save Salah if you own him, but I think since you're making it for the budget, then it's a good move. Because I can see you want the funds out there from Salah. Boris says, do you think Mane will perform this week? Salah is hyped so much. Salah is hyped because the way he was playing, the way he showed his hunger on the pitch last match against Burnley was exceptional. I think Salah wants to win that golden boot. He'll do whatever he can for it, and I think it's affecting his performance and it's increasing him. So yes, I think Salah is a better performer and will outscore Mane, but you never know. Eurogamer, who will take penalties for Southampton? It is usually WordPress if I'm not wrong, but maybe due to the Golden Boot race, Danny Ings might step up. If you had Foden and Sterling this game week, Varun, I might have Foden and Sterling. You never know. I have not made my transfers yet. We'll get to the cap. Trust me, we'll get to the cap by the deadline. Reda says, I'm thinking of triple captaining Sterling. I'm afraid he won't play against Norwich. We'll get, if you have that afraid, we'll definitely get the league lineups. So that's not a concern for game week 38. So if you're saving it for 38, you'll definitely know if he's starting or not. Yusuf says Salah, Da Silva, or Ings to captain. Okay, that's a tough one. I would go Salah or Ings, not David Silva, honestly. Rowland says Mahrez to Pulisic and Jesus for Jimenez. Those are good moves, Rowland. I think you should make them. Nilesh says Pulisic as captain. I have Salah, Bruno, and Kane. If you want to go differential, Pulisic is a good captain. Otherwise, I would captain someone like Bruno as a safe pick. Random Junkie says Mane to Salah for minus for it. Don't take it. Don't make a side move way for Mane to Salah. I think it's not necessary if you own them. Probably just hold on to them and next week transfer them out completely for Sterling or De Bruyne. Varun says might save in 37, going into 38 with two free transfers, knowing all the lineups. That's a good strategy if you don't own free hit, obviously. If you own free hit, then it makes no sense. Use your free transfers. David says, I have a really good team. I don't know who to bench, Rashford, Jesus, or Willian. That's a tough one. You'll have to take a call. If Willian is benched tonight, that makes sense. If Willian is starting and there's an attacking lineup put down by Chelsea, then I would go for benching Jesus. David says, would league lineups for tomorrow be available today? No, that's not possible, mate. We can just get that's guess. That's all we can do right now. Reda says, should I bench Mahrez for Calvert? You can bench Mahrez for Calvert. It makes more sense because Mahrez might not play. But if you ask me about who can score, possibly I would fancy Mahrez to score rather than Calvert Lewin. But you can bench him. There's no problem about it. You won't captain Pulisic because he has early match, right? No, I would not captain Pulisic because I do not trust Chelsea. I am a Chelsea fan. I know how we play, and I do not trust Pulisic. Honestly, with the Bournemouth match and the Crystal match, I think City against Bournemouth is a very easy fixture, and Crystal versus United is going to be a very good match because United have something to fight for now. So they're going to put a lot of efforts into the match, and I think that's going to be a high scoring match, around 3-4-0 for United. Hopefully, it does not happen. But as looking at the neutral, I think it's possible they go all guns out against Crystal. Shreyas says big man vice captain Foden. That might be his thought process. He does not have Chelsea assets. Yes, he does not have Chelsea assets. I saw his team, but since I already have Chelsea assets, though, I don't think I need to make a move out for him. If you do not own Chelsea assets, it's not necessary to bring it for one game week. But the reason that big man has not brought any Chelsea asset is majorly because they faced Liverpool after the Norwich game. I don't see a high scoring match against Liverpool. Nobody does. So there's no real point of bringing in Pulisic or Willian just for one week. By when can we get the league lineups? 10 to 15 minutes before the deadline. Captain Sterling, Pulisic, Bruno, Ings, or Foden. Go with either Sterling, Bruno, or Foden differential captain. Bruno is a safe one. Sterling, Foden, both differential. Actually, Foden is a mega differential captain. Will you bench Aurier? I would not bench Aurier. I would just play him. I have Kiko on the bench. So if Aurier starts, if he thinks he's in a good state of mind to play, he'll play. He probably get some points. If not, Kiko for Mania comes in. I'm not going to transfer him out for sure. Jesus will start. I'm not sure if he'll start. There are chances, but the chances are really slim. Whom should I bench among Greenwood, Kane, and Jimenez? I also have Antonio in the midfield. Bench Jimenez, I feel against Burnley is going to be a really tough match. Mostly looks like a 0-0 or 1-0 to either side, so Jimenez looks like the one to be benched. Varun says next game we can think Pulisic to Marshall, Rash to Jesus. Those are some really good transfers, Varun. Hopefully you do it before price rises. Captain Giroud, Jesus, or Sterling. If Giroud starts, you can take a very differential move for Giroud. Sterling looks like a more safer choice amongst these captain options you've given me. So, Vipul, if you want to go really differential, go Captain Giroud. Reda says my bench is Mahrez, Taylor, Kelly. Bench boost. I don't think it's the best game week for bench boost. Mahrez might not start. Kelly goes against United, which will not be a clean sheet for sure. And I'm not sure if Taylor. There's a chance that Taylor could keep a clean sheet, but 50-50, honestly. Jesus in for a minus for this week. I'm not sure. Even I have planned Jesus. Jesus is definitely in my team next game week. But for a minus for hit this week, I would avoid it, honestly. What's your overall rank? My overall rank is around 130 right now. So 130k. So it's improving. It's improving. We were somewhat around 300 recently. And we're back close around the 100k mark. Are you starting Jack or Kiko? I'm starting Aurier, honestly. Kiko will be my first sub. David says replace Jesus for whom? And do you recommend selling Jesus? I don't recommend selling Jesus. He is definitely gonna haul big in the next coming matches. If he starts this game week, he's definitely gonna get a brace. If he doesn't, next week we can look at a potential brace. I have a gut feeling with your captain. You're playing for fun. You like differential captains, and you might go for Foden. I might go for Foden, and that's something on my mind too. Since the other another reason behind it, if you're bringing in a player for one game week and you're so confident about him, then why not captain him? And also, definitely we're chasing rank, and we're playing this for fun right now because we have a rank in shambles. And also for the people who joined us on the last stream, we did win that money league. We did win the manager of the month prize. So the Antonio move and the Rashford captain did pay off. Now we won that as well. So we'll go and play it for fun now. Mustafa, I'm back and ready to spam you. Well, we're ready for your questions, Mustafa. Remove Aurier and play Aspilicueta. Clean sheet is coming Chelsea's way. I don't see a clean sheet, honestly. I see Norwich scoring a very easy, blunderous one goal. But nevertheless, you can take in Aspilicueta on your free transfer. Abin says, is there a league lineup or not? The league lineups will be there only 10 to 15 minutes before the deadline, not before. I never the FPL Manager of the Week. I have not won that. I do not. I certainly do not have the love for it. The people who win Managers of the Month are bizarre. They have players who nobody owns, and they go out to score 12 to 15 points that week, and they win the Manager of the Month. So it's really hard to win the FPL Manager of the Month. Although we have a league, we have a friends and college league, and I've been winning it for a while now. Is Sun a good option for this? I'm not sure if Sun is a good option. He did show signs of decent form, but I'm not sure if he's worth it with the midfield options we have right now. Ohans is lagging behind by 10 points. Differential captain have Foden and Antonio. Go with Foden if you want differential. Don't worry, I think he will haul this week. So if you want something differential, go with Foden. I think Varun is really, really interested in my move. So okay, we'll make the move. So okay, I think this game week we'll do something different, and you guys tell me if I should keep Kevin De Bruyne or bring in Raheem Sterling. Jamie Mustafa says Bruno Marshall, Salah, Kevin De Bruyne, Pulisic, Ings, Jesus. I would not change anything. I think it's a good team. I like the way you're benching Antonio. I don't see a very big haul coming. Maybe Sterling instead of Kevin De Bruyne looks like a good move to me for the free hit team, especially. Hamza says Captain Sterling or Bruno. If you want a captain save, go Bruno. Sterling obviously is a differential pick because he might not play more than 60 minutes if he starts, and there's always going to be rotation risk around him. Hopefully, Chelsea keep a clean sheet. We never know. Honestly, I do not trust the Chelsea lineup and defense. I'm not going Salah Varun. Don't worry. I thought about it a lot, but I think it's not the right move right at with the team right now. So Salah is out of questions. It's either De Bruyne or Sterling. You guys mentioned in the chat who should I bring in from my team this week. Whatever the chat says, we're gonna go with it. De Bruyne or Sterling. Bharat says defend a lead in a league of 17 points. Try to extend the league. Try to extend the league because it's defending is going to be tough. If you want to defend the league, just copy the team of the person who's second, and you eventually end up defending the lead. So that's not a problem. Try increasing the lead. Salah or Mane, Salah. Bring both. Can't do that. Either Sterling or De Bruyne. Aspilicueta, good take. Who should I replace him with? Already have Van Bissaka. You could replace him with Van Bissaka. He's been performing horrible recently, but don't do it for -4 hit. Just do it for a free transfer if you have one. Nilesh says Sterling. Varun says both. Varun says Sterling again. We have a decent watching, but we have no answers in the chat. If Alonso starts, I would recommend him in the free hit draft. So for the people who are watching and playing free hit, if Alonso is on the team sheet, which I think will happen most probably this game week, take him and take your chances with Alonso because he will be definitely involved if Chelsea are scoring big. Yes, says Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne says Yajad. That's only if Kevin De Bruyne starts. But if he's benched, we do not know. I really think if he's benched, he should not come at all because then we have Vardy who's sitting on the bench. Is Pulisic a good captain this week? I have Bruno and Sterling. Pulisic is honestly a risky captain. It's not a great captain. It's a differential pick. So if you're chasing rank and your mini leagues, you can go for him. Personally, Sterling and Bruno are much more safer options. Will Greenwood be benched? I think he'll be benched. It's time he's been playing for a lot more minutes. I think United might have to shift their formation to a 3-5-2 because both Brandon Williams and Luke Shaw are out. So with the shift of formation, I think Greenwood will make way for Diego Dalot. Forget both of them. Take Foden. Foden is definitely in Nilesh. Foden is in. It's either between Sterling or Kevin De Bruyne. That's it. Magic Man says, "Do you think Pulisic, Sterling, De Bruyne will start?" I think Pulisic will start. Sterling 70-30 will start. De Bruyne is really 50-50. Although I would not recommend you to bench any of them if you own them. Play them. That's one of the things. If you are planning to bring one of them in, De Bruyne is not the one this week. Sterling and Pulisic could be brought in. Yolo Gamer says Sterling because I'm getting him too. Well, a lot of people are getting Sterling. I think his ownership has risen now to 20%, and De Bruyne is around 50 thing. I think he's 51%. That's a hell lot, guys. Giro or Tammy? Giro. I think Giro will start. Tammy played horribly last game week. Do you think Jesus will start? I think he'll be benched. I am really skeptical about him starting this week. Either Jesus or Kevin De Bruyne will start, right? Yes, correct. Or could be benched. Both could be benched. If both are benched, we could see a false nine formation, which does not really work for City. So honestly, I would like one of them start and City play 4-3-3. Just trust Chelsea. They will get a bounce back. Definitely, they'll bounce back, but clean sheet, not sure. Giroud for Jesus wouldn't do that for 1 week, I think. Unless you're going to captain Giroud, wouldn't do that. Roland says, "Who are you captaining?" Okay, so there's a lot of discussion at the moment. I'm captaining. It's on Fernandez. Might shift it, but at the moment it's on Bruno Fernandez. Safest three attacking City players for this week. I think safest is David Silva, Phil Foden, and would go with Raheem Sterling. Will Greenwood start? Should I take a -4 hit to get Giroud instead? Greenwood, I don't think he'll start. He might start, but get very less minutes. Honestly, if you're taking a minus for hit for Giroud, it's not that bizarre. You can go for it. Hopefully, if Giroud starts, that's another thing. So wait for the dead league lineups, and then maybe if Giroud is starting, go for him. Sydney, bring Sterling for Kevin De Bruyne if you will be captaining him. I won't be captaining Sterling for sure. Your predicted City attacking City six players would be, I think, Fernandinho, David Silva, Gundogan is due a start. Fernandinho could switch back to the centre back role as well. So if that happens, Kevin De Bruyne could start. I think Sterling will start. Bernardo Silva or Jesus and Foden will start. Gavin says, I think Jesus will start. He played just 60 minutes last match. That's a factor that's con- a concern for me as well. But that's not a necessity that he'll start. Should I bench Greenwood and play Jimenez? That's a tough call. I would play Greenwood even if he's playing 30 odd minutes against Crystal Palace than playing Jimenez against Burnley. But totally all call. Jimenez will play the 90 minutes for sure. That's one thing. So if both blank, Jimenez will get one extra point. Varun says, how are you so confident on Sterling? Even though he played the 90 minutes last game week, I think I'm strongly favoring Sterling only because of the hat trick he scored. He scored a bloody hat trick and he's confident. I think if Pep wants his players to retain their form, he needs to give them the chance. That's the reason I'm thinking De Bruyne will start because he's been unlucky in the recent times. So if he wants De Bruyne to get back to his form, I think he'll give them a start. Three best defenders for free hit. I think one of them has to be Alonso or Aspilicueta. One of them could be Lucas Digne. I think he'll keep a clean sheet. Doherty or Saiz could be one of them. And if you're going for a keeper, go for Edison. Charlie Taylor is also a good option, by the way. Burnley defenders are really good. Brody says, hello, who to start? Allison or McCarthy of Southampton? I think McCarthy has a higher chance of a clean sheet. You can start him. But since you own Allison for 6 million, I think it makes no sense of benching him also. Go for Allison maybe. Jaya Mustafa says David Silva or for Richarlison and Jesus for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I think those are good moves. Or not sure about Jesus starting, but David Silva will start. So overall, good moves, especially with Everton's horrible form and picture both. So you can make that move. Also, since I'm talking about Everton, I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin might end up scoring. He's been due a goal for a really long time now. So for the people who are benching him or removing him, don't be sad if he goes on and scoring a goal because he'll not be scoring those goals for the next two game weeks. He's due a goal. He's been trying to score a couple of them recently, but that's not a factor that you should keep him honestly. How soon will the lineup come? It's around 30 minutes to the deadline, so around 20 minutes from now should be having the league lineups. I'm benching Vardy for Greenwood. I'm benching Vardy for sure. That's definitely going to be that. For who I do not know. Mane to Foden says Tara Kumar. Oh, that's a very harsh move. If you're captaining Foden, that's a good move. You can take a punt, but if Mane scores, then hard luck, mate. You can take the chance definitely. Yes, yes, I have not made any transfers. I have no idea who to bring or captain. Send in your team, Yajat. Tarak Kumar says, Pulisic should I transfer in billion as well. Wouldn't double up on Chelsea assets, especially if you're not free hitting. Don't do that. Trent in a free hit team or no, I wouldn't do that. I think if you want any Liverpool asset on a free hit team, it has to be only Mohamed Salah, no one else. Tarkowski or Charlie Taylor. Charlie Taylor, I think, is a better one. Random Junkie says, you sure Greenwood will be benched? Ole hasn't changed the 11 in a while. Ole hasn't changed the 11 in a while, and that's exactly what has affected their performance. If you saw them playing, they were really tired. They definitely needed rest, and I think Bruno is one of the players who was not that impactful in the last match. So if someone has to be benched, it could be Greenwood. Bruno is a must. Marshall was amazing. Rashford on the left is a must. So I think Greenwood is the one who should ideally be making way for someone like Dan James. Captain Salah, it's a risky move. If you're willing to take it, Philip, you go for it. I I am hoping he'll score a goal, but I'm not sure. It's a risky captain pick. It's not a safe one this game week, honestly. Gio Willian and Pulis is starting. We'll get to know about that Yuvraj once the league lineups are out. Hopefully, the league lineups will be out around. I think 10 minutes before the deadline. Late riser is revealing only after the game week, sadly. Did he put that out in a tweet? I'm not sure. I think he'll go for Raz. He might get in Giro and captain him. And we know that late riser loves Giro, but not sure. If Willian doesn't start, I'm doing him to -8 Sterling. That's a very harsh move. You can do that, but make sure then you captain Sterling to recover those points. Captain Bruno or Foden. If you want to captain a very differential pick, Captain Foden. Bruno is the safe one, Brody. Kiran says best replacement for all years. I think there are 2 game weeks left. Best replacement ideally could be someone from Southampton. Maybe even Wolves have a decent picture. Charlie Taylor from Burnley is decent. Lucas Dean, honestly, on paper looks good. And even Hector Bellerin for the last 2 game weeks is a good option. Greenwood won't rest. He came off early. He came out around 83rd or 84th minute, I think. Who is the worst pick from Van Bissaka, Dean, and Doherty? I think looking at the form, Van Bissaka is the worst of the lot. He has been performing awfully for United. I mean, a yellow card in all the matches. He's not keeping clean sheets, no attacking returns. I think out of the lot, Van Bissaka. Varun is again asking for my moves and captain. We'll make that, Varun. I like to keep it till the deadline. Foster Trent, Van Bissaka, Doherty, Mane, Mahrez, Bruno, Tony, Raz, Giroud, Jimenez. I think Mahrez to Foden, I think looks like a good move out there. Koki says Villian or Pulisic. The stats prefer Villian. If he's starting, you might want to go for him. Pulisic is personally my favorite pick. I would go for Pulisic any day. Gavin says captaining Jesus or Kevin De Bruyne is risky. Should I captain Marshall? Marshall is a safe captain pick. If amongst Jesus or Kevin De Bruyne, I captain Jesus. Marshall or Antonio? It's a tough one, mate. I would fancy Antonio looking at his form. Marshall away has not been that great. I appreciate all your help, my friend. Just stuck between start Allison and McCarthy now. I think start Allison, take the chance. McCarthy, we. I think if you own a 6 million defender, I don't see the sense of benching him. Honestly, Arsenal could go on and score, but I'm not sure if they'll score against the Liverpool side. You can take a chance on Allison. McCarthy is 50-50. Cookie says Giroud or Greenwood or Rashford or Ings. I think Rashford and Ings is the better combination out there. Varun says one of these days you'll get too busy with league lineups and stream and forget to make your moves and captain. I will never do that. I would actually ditch you guys and not give you the league lineups, but make my moves. I'm definitely committed for FPL more than the league lineups. Will you upload on Insta the lineups? I'll try to upload on the Instagram handle if I get time. Mostly we will, but yes, I'll be able to upload them mostly. Giro or Jesus? If Giro is starting, fancy Giro on the free hit move. Long term Jesus any day. Inks for Jimenez or Vardy? Inks for Jimenez. I think Vardy, if you want him, give him a chance. He's also on the golden boot race. Might score a goal. Broody says Tony was bad away from home, guys. I wouldn't captain him. Yes, exactly what I said. Away from home, he's a bit too risky. At home, he's a beast, honestly. Thanks, Moto. Yolo Gamer says Marshall and Jesus or Rashford and David Silva. I would play Marshall and Jesus, honestly. Rashford, yes, he's due a big haul. Probably this week for us. Last week, he just missed on scoring a couple more goals, but Marshall looks like more lethal overall. Will it be possible to get few league lineups before game week 38? I am telling you that I'll be able to manage the city lineups mostly for the game week 38, and that's why I'm basing my entire free hit team and draft for the league lineups especially. So don't worry, my entire plan is based on those league lineups. So you might just count on me. Sterling or Kevin De Bruyne, so tricky this one. This one is my problem as well. So you might just take your chance. If both of them are your transfer in this week, go for Sterling. If you own either one of them, don't make the move. What about minus for Aspilicueta, in for Lascelles, and Ings for Jimenez? I think an Aspilicueta minus 4 is not necessary. You can make that move. Ings for Jimenez is a good move. Raz or Foden captain, none of my mini league rivals own either. I think then Raheem Sterling is a much more safer option. Maybe if none of them are owned by rivals, it doesn't matter. Popularity says, "Hey, Jack says this is what bringing David Silva in for Mahrez." But the David Silva thing, I don't actually get the sense out of it. I mean, he's not gonna hold like a brace or something like that. You can bring him for Mahrez, but I would prefer Foden over David Silva any day. Thank you so much for your support, mate. Been following your streams recently, and it's amazing. Thanks, Jami Mustafa. Sydney says, so you watch the games and sleep during the day. Is it very late to your side? No, I the matches that I want to watch, I usually watch them. Like the Chelsea match tonight, I'm gonna watch it. But the ones I miss, I watch the extended highlights and then try to make out stats and do the eye test. I watch the major matches, which is United City, probably Liverpool if they have a derby, and Chelsea matches. Alden, weren't you going to get in Salah after the Burnley game? We were on the plan. Yes, Alden, we were planning to get that. But I think just for 1 week, we discussed this yesterday on the stream. I think it's not worth the 1 week punt. Honestly, if you ask me, if I had the chance to just have two free hits, this free hit I will definitely bring in Salah, maybe even captain him. But since the team structure does not support it, the funds do not support it, I'm not going to bring him. Imam says best triple captain for this game week. If you want to go differential, I would go Phil Foden, honestly. A safe option could be Bruno Fernandes or someone like Raheem Sterling. Akutin says drop Greenwood to bench. What about -4 for Pulisic and then not for Aspilicueta? I think Pulisic -4 makes more sense than Aspilicueta. Because if you take it for a defender, it's essentially going to end up for 2 points, even if he gives you a clean sheet. Yes, his early team news is going to be very close to the deadline. Yes, it's going to be very, very close to the deadline. Will Christensen or James from Chelsea defender play? I think James will be benched. Mostly Alonso will start tonight, and I'm not sure about Christensen. Should we bench De Bruyne, get in Jesus and for Vardy and just play Jesus, or should we play De Bruyne, bench Vardy? What do you guys think? Remove Vardy for Rashford and Greenwood for J. Rodriguez. J. Rodriguez this week is a tricky one. Next week against Norwich, I would fancy him scoring. Vardy for Rashford seems like a good move. Honestly, you can if you have the funds, you can make the move. Not worth the -4 hit, especially for the J. Rodriguez move. Mahrez or Martial, Son or Salah. Will Kepa start today? I think Kepa will start today. Whom to captain? Son, Antonio, Ings, Kevin De Bruyne, Bruno. Bruno is the one to captain from the lot. If you want to go differential, go with Antonio or Ings, not Kevin De Bruyne or Son. Play Kevin De Bruyne. Varun says, who's your captain? Okay, it's time we make the moves. Okay, we discuss the moves. We have to, actually, you guys can help me make the moves. I'm not sure if I have to play Kevin De Bruyne now. I think Jesus, I'll hold on to it for a week. I think he'll start. There's no doubt in it. Kevin De Bruyne could start even. So I think I'm going to play Kevin De Bruyne. Mahrez to Foden is going to be my move using my free transfer. Probably benching Vardy because if I bring in Jesus, I have a benching headache. Should I bench De Bruyne? Should I bench Jesus? So that's the reason I'm avoiding it for a -4 hit. Playing De Bruyne this week, and obviously I'm going to bring in Foden. Get in Jesus, bench Kevin De Bruyne. That's too much risk, honestly. Jesus is not that owned in FPL. If you see his ownership, it's just 7.5%. So even if he does haul big, it's not going to affect my rank that much. Especially, and if he does not after a -4 hit, it's going to affect. So I think I'm going to hold on to just Mahrez to Foden. I'm ahead by 3 points. Already have two Chelsea players. A -4 hit to get Giroud. It's not worth it, honestly. If you have two Chelsea players already in your team, just stick to them. My triple captain, Man City, Foden, Sterling, and Jesus. If you want to go mega differential, go for Phil Foden. Sterling looks like the better pick out of Jesus and Sterling. If Jesus start, we're not sure if he'll start. If Jesus starts, it's going to be good news because he's going to score mostly against that weak Bournemouth defense. But if he doesn't, I'm not sure. Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Ederson, or Jesus, Sterling, Ederson. Three City players. Jesus, Sterling, Ederson. Jesus and Mahrez will start or not. I think Mahrez won't start. Jesus has a chance to start. You can take the chance on Jesus. Mahrez, I think, will get benched. I think the deadline is not right now. I think the deadline is at 11:45, if I'm not wrong. Don't scare me, Warren. Or get in Alonso for Lascelles. If Alonso starts on a free hit team, get him in. Otherwise, no. Any lineup yet? No, no lineups. We'll be getting lineups for sure. We have a notification which says we'll get some. So let's hope we get the lineups soon and not late. Just a guy second. I'm checking for the league lineups. I've missed a couple of questions. We'll be answering them. Do you think James will start? I think James will get benched for Alonso. Aspi to the right again. Fernandez or Marshall? Fernandez. I think we're just trying to lure me into making moves early by telling me the wrong deadline time. Alden says Pulisic, Giroud, Foden, David Silva, or Pulisic, Jesus, Foden, and David Silva for this game week. I would fancy Pulisic, Jesus, Foden, and David Silva for this game week. Imam says who will start, Sterling or Foden? Foden for sure. Sterling mostly. I'm fancying Sterling to start only because of his hat trick. I mean, if you have such a great player who's in form, is scoring hat tricks, I don't see why you should bench him. If Pulisic is benched, will you free hit? No, if Pulisic is benched, then we'll play Vardy. We have the option. And maybe even remove Vardy for Jesus and play him. I love how FPL people ask you lineups for City like your direct contact with Pep. I mean, honestly, people everywhere ask for City lineups for who start or who not. Honestly, I can just predict. I can just look at the stats, look at the minutes, try to make out logic and sense out of them, and hope that someone starts. But it's all on Pep actually. Nobody can predict that. Okay, should we bench Antonio? That's something I'm deliberating right now. He had a great haul, four goals against Norwich. Watford defensively decent, not that much. Minus for hit for Jesus, and we can get in Jesus for Vardy and then play him. Gavin says I removed Vardy for Rashford and Aspilicueta, Aaron Van Bissaka for Aspilicueta for -8 hit. -8 is usually very harmful, mate. Hopefully, does not backfire and pays off. Okay, so the stream says don't bench Antonio. We stick to it. De Bruyne, Salah captain. Salah captain. He's definite to start. Might even haul against Arsenal. Uh, so Salah definitely. I think if I had Salah, I would captain Salah. No brainer for me. Captain Willian or Ings. If you had to captain someone, I would prefer Willian because against Norwich, obviously, it's much easier side. 37 people, new stream high. 38, honestly. So that's a new record we set. We usually don't have that much. But okay, since we have a lot of people, again, Kevin De Bruyne or Sterling, I'll do the move only on the basis of the live chat vote count. So whatever you guys say, that's going to happen in my team. So if you guys say Sterling, we'll bring in Sterling. If you guys say De Bruyne stays. Guys, come on, keep spamming on the chat. At least I need to see some name. Okay, see a lot of Sterling out there. A couple of De Bruyne. Stick with De Bruyne, says Alden. Sterling, Kevin De Bruyne, stick to Kevin De Bruyne. Kiran says De Bruyne. Bharat says De Bruyne. Tara Kumar says De Bruyne. Kochi says Sterling. Yologima says Sterling. Harsh Gupta says Kevin De Bruyne. I have Kevin De Bruyne, Martial, Bruno, Pulisic, Salah, Jesus. Who to captain? Captain Bruno or Salah, I think. Aditya says Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne is necessary. Sterling, Kevin De Bruyne will haul. I am actually waiting for the Kevin De Bruyne haul since 2 game weeks, honestly. If he does not haul this game week, I'm not sure. Another reason I'm not bringing Sterling, I'm actually deliberating the Sterling move, is that if Sterling plays this match, and he definitely plays the FA Cup match, he'll be rested against Watford. So I'm not sure if the point combination worked out so well that Kevin De Bruyne will at least get an assist, will not blank. True. Vardy to Ings is a good move, honestly. Bruno to Sterling. Do you have Kevin De Bruyne, Sterling, both problems solved? But then I have a benching headache of both getting benched. No one do that. Salah captain, vice captain Jesus, he will cancel a start this week. I think he'll start this week, and we'll have the league lineups in a minute. So for the people who are waiting for the league lineups, I think we have certain league lineups at the moment that Ruben Loftus-Cheek is going to start for Chelsea. So that could be confirmed in just a minute. It's kind of a coin toss, to be honest, yes. But if you have too much value in Kevin De Bruyne, go to Sterling. I do not have any value, honestly. I've been shifting Kevin De Bruyne a lot in the past game week, so no value attached on any player. I'm getting Armstrong for Pulisic next week. I think next week we might even have Big Man Bucker on the stream. Bench Vardy, that's for sure. Bench Vardy is sure for me. League lineups in any minute, guys. Hold on for the people who are waiting for the league lineups. Hold on to it. Just a couple of more minutes. We'll have the league lineups. Yes, Ruben after Cheek is starting apparently. True. Koki, you are at the end of the season. You need to go differential. Kebri looks like he is playing less deep than obvious. He assist and assist. Yeah, he definitely gives an assist. We have 43 people watching right now. That's one of the highest we've reached. Bench Greenwood. If you have better players out there, bench Greenwood, obviously. Alonso, Giro, Pulisic, Willian start apparently. I have. I think we've discussed Alonso and Giro and Pulisic. Obviously, we knew he's going to start. I think we said it on the stream that Alonso is most likely to start in place of James tonight. Okay, we have news. Alonso, Pulisic, Willian, Giro all start. So there is a doubt about Kepa 50-50. So that will be confirmed by the Rockstar itself. So wait for it. But as of now, Alonso, Willian, Pulisic, Giroud all start. Armbad favorite this game week has to be Raheem Sterling, I think. Uh, Lineups are Willian, Alonso, Giroud, and Pulisic start at the moment. We'll get it confirmed just a minute. I'll if I find. Okay, we have the entire lineup. Aspilicueta, Alonso, Loftus-Cheek, Kovacic, Jorginho, Pulisic, Willian, Giroud start. So for the people who are looking for Willian, play Pulisic because if they get a penalty, Jorginho will take it. Cantwell starts, Pookie's benched, Mount, James, Barkley, Abraham, Cho all benched. Hope this helps you guys. I'm putting this on the Instagram page as well. Is Willian on penalty? No, I think Jorginho will play penalty, take the penalties. Please post the lineup. I have posted on the Instagram story. Check it out there if you've not missed it out here. I think Jorginho, Kovacic, Giu, Pulisic, Willian, Aspilicueta, and Alonso are starting. The rest are benched. Christensen, I'm not sure if Christensen is starting. He had an injury. He's fit, although I'm not sure if he's starting or not. Is William on penalty? No. Jesusen for -4. Too risky, mate. So Alonso is confirmed. Yes. He's better than Aspilicueta. Yes. On a free hit, if you have the funds, go for Alonso over Aspilicueta. Jorginho start. Yes. David says remove Willian for Foden or Antonio. For Foden, I would go. Should I captain Martial, Salah, Pulisic, De Bruyne? If I had to captain someone, maybe Salah as a captain or maybe differential captain Martial. I would not fancy Pulisic with the team. Maybe, maybe not. Foden better, yes. Your captain, okay, we just make our moves. Aspi and Pulisic start, yes. We posted the line. Someone has, Alden has posted the lineups on the chat as well. So do scroll up, you will find the league lineup there. I am still confused about the De Bruyne and Sterling move. I do not know what to do. You guys also did give me a decent answer. I think I'm going to hold on to De Bruyne. Willian could get some good chances. I think removing Willian would. Don't remove him if you want him. Going vice captain Jesus, all the best. De Bruyne or Sterling, Abhishek Abhyankar, we have the same dilemma. We do not know who to go. De Bruyne or Sterling, I'm not sure. What do you guys think? I've asked this a couple of times. A lot of people said De Bruyne, a lot of people say Sterling. I think I'm going to take the risk. Let's go Sterling and hopefully he'll start. Even if he's benched, I wouldn't mind because his ownership is less. And since you're chasing rank, why not take the risk and go for Sterling? Or maybe just leave it. I think the Sterling move is too harsh at the moment. I want to keep Kevin De Bruyne. I know he has a higher ceiling, honestly, but if De Bruyne is benched and Sterling starts, who's going to create the game for them? That's one of the questions on my mind. If De Bruyne starts, I would fancy De Bruyne getting a lot of shots and maybe even the penalty. Listening to my inner voice, I'm going to make just the one transfer. Also, to the fact that I don't want to take a minus for hit. So, going with Kevin De Bruyne, Sterling for another time. Uh, we won't be getting Sterling for sure this season unless we take him in the free hit. Mahrez to Foden is my only move. Should I keep Bruno triple captain this week or next week? Your call, mate. I think after this week is going to be 60 minutes. Next week he'll play the full match, so maybe next week, if depending on if you want to take the risk or not. Pulis is captain, ready to go. Bruno, I've understood that. Egan to score my prediction. Should I transfer Willian out for Foden in my free hit team? If you own Pulisic, then you can do that. If you don't own Pulisic, you want to own a Chelsea midfielder. Captain Foden or Kevin De Bruyne? Out of the two, Foden because he's going to get more minutes. Body to Ings for hits to play. I think Ings has a higher ceiling. So yeah, make your team and captain. Okay, so we have around 7 minutes left. We'll make my transfers. So I've confirmed my transfer. Only one transfer. Mahrez to Foden, and there we go. Foden comes on for Vardy. Our bench is sorted. Dawson comes. Kiko Firmino plays, or is in the team. That's for there. We have to decide captain and vice captain now. Who's my captain? Good luck with that choice of keeping De Bruyne. I hope he gets you points. Hopefully, gets me point. Okay, is it leaked? Yes, Res, Reda, we leaked the lineups. If you scroll up, you'll find it. Giroud, Villain Pulisic, Jorginho Kovacic, Alonso, Aspilicueta start. I don't want to play free hit. I think I'm going to save it for game week 38. I'm still not convinced about the Kevin De Bruyne. I'm I'm really not sure if that's the right move because Sterling has a really high ceiling. If he starts, okay, let's just deliberate it for a second. If Sterling starts, he's gonna miss out on Watford game. If De Bruyne is bench, he'll come on. He'll okay. Just let it happen. Let it sink in. He's starting De Bruyne. We're not getting in Sterling. Sterling is out for the season. Definitely, De Bruyne stays. De Bruyne for the end of the season. I'm not playing free hit. Doherty, William, Rashi, or Van Bissaka, Marshall, Jesus. I think I like the Van Bissaka, Marshall, Jesus lineup. Okay, my captain pick is Phil Foden. I'm taking the risk. I know it's a bizarre captain. He might just backfire, but it has a higher ceiling. And I'm going to captain Phil Foden. I'm going to chase those ranks, and Phil Foden is going to be my captain this week. When you're in two minds, leave it on. I think I'm going to just leave it on Kevin De Bruyne. I've trusted him the entire season, and there's no way I'm going to doubt him this game week. If he gets benched, never mind. If he starts, he'll get points. My captain pick, Varun especially. Shout out to you. My captain is Phil Foden. Should I captain Salah or Kevin De Bruyne? Kevin De Bruyne is way too risky. Salah is the safer one. Justin or Aurier. I think Aurier, if play Aurier, he has a more chances of getting a clean sheet. Play him and keep Justin as your first sub. So in case Aurier doesn't start, Justin comes in. Same with my team. If he doesn't play, Aurier doesn't play, Kiko will come in. So that's there. Either if you're confused, go with the gut feeling. There's no right and wrong in this. If you're playing, going for Foden, then we're going for Sterling. Well, then I might want to bring in Sterling. You can go for Sterling. Zuma starts or Christensen. I think we do not know Mansoor. I think Christensen should start. Zuma is kind of a risk. Raheem Sterling captain for Yajid. Fernandez will play 60 minutes. Yes, definitely. Foden or Sterling captain for me. But either way, it's good. If you're chasing rank like me, go for Phil Foden. Captain Foden or Pulisic. I would captain. I've captain Foden. If you want to captain someone more safer, Pulisic is the safer choice out of the two. Bench Rashford instead of Jesus. I have a feeling that he's play and he's going to score a lot. I have a feeling that he plays, but I'm not going to bring him in because then can't bench Kevin De Bruyne. Taylor or Kelly Taylor. Predictions coming in Chelsea 5-0, says Aditya. Bench boost activated by Kiran. David Silva captain, I'm not sure of that. There are a lot more better choices out there. In my free hit defense, I have Van Bissaka, SPD. Should I double Chelsea defense? I don't think it's worth it, mate. Greenwood, Rashford, or Ings. I think Ings is a better ceiling. People are captaining Marcus Alonso. Get Marcus Alonso on a free hit team. David, did I miss that? Sorry. If you have the funds, go for Marcus Alonso over Aspilicueta. Downgrade Digne to someone like Holgate or even Moiskin. Doesn't matter. Salah brace incoming. Yes. Chelsea to win 4-1, says Gavin. 2 minutes to go, says Varun. Just a late reminder. Pulisic once scored more than one or two. That's enough, honestly. Or two goals is more than enough. Triple captain, Willian or Foden. I'm going with Foden. If you want to go Willian, you can. He'll not be on penalties, honestly. Jorginho might take the penalties. So if you want to take the risk, go with Foden. Triple captain Ings, says Harsha. I'm not sure if it's that good a game week to triple captain Ings. Maybe if you want to take the risk, go for Foden, risk it. Hopefully it will pay off. Jesus or Giroud for certainty. Giroud is more certain. He's definite to start, honestly, because we have the league lineups now. To score more goals, I think Jesus. Foden starting guaranteed. I think he'll start guaranteed. I mean, he's been benched for the last two games. Mahrez played 90 over around 150 minutes in the last two matches. Foden is certain to start. Okay, guys, last minute. If you have any changes to your team, make them. I'm setting my team. I'm pretty sure this is what I want to play this week. Foden captain, Bruno Fernandes vice captain, De Bruyne stays, no Raheem Sterling for me. We're almost hitting the deadline. I think just a matter of seconds. Okay, 5 seconds to go. If people are captaining zero, I think they're nuts, honestly. And it's deadline. We might have the lineups, official lineups in a minute. Chelsea team used to face Norwich, Arrizabalaga, Aspilicueta, Rudiger, Zuma, Alonso, Jorginho, Kovacic, Loftus-Cheek, Willian, Pulisic, and Giroud. That's how we're lining up against Norwich. And against Norwich, I think Norwich is Drimmich, Cantwell, Lucas Roop, McLean, Hernandez, Tete, Jamal Lewis, Close, Godfrey, Max Irons, and Tim Krul. So that's how the lineups are. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Late riser is captaining Foden as well. Well. We have Foden, the standing out captain right now. I hope Varun captains captain Foden as well. Okay, Varun, we'll try to put the transfers and captain much earlier. Leicester, Chelsea, or United who will not play the CL. I think Leicester will not play the Champions League. Who is your captain? Mention in the chat, guys. Before we leave, just mention your captains in the live chat so that we know who, how many people have captain who many. Varun says to confuse with Foden. Hopefully Sterling plays. Varun has gone with I think Sterling, Aditya with Salah, Gavin with Jesus. So a lot of different captain choices. It looks like it's Big Man versus Late Riser recently. I wish I went with Foden, says Yajat. I did Nikitia to Giroud at the last second for a minus for it. All the best for that. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And we'll wrap it up here. So if you have any last minute questions, I don't think you'll have, but if you have, you can put it in the chat. Sydney says Sterling, I really hope Jesus starts and Hall's last chance to Egyptian, says Aditya. Okay, guys, so that is it from my side. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. This is FPL Tips signing off. Cheers.